I wanted to do one more before I left because I was thinking about when I just said my dad could whip the hell out of us. I used to say he would spank us, but I've come to understand it wasn't a spanking; it was a whipping. Whip the hell out of us. He was 6'4", ex major college athlete, ex Marine, size 14 feet, giant hands, giant. My fingers were skinny. His were thicker and also this much longer. I mean, just he was so big. And his dad spanked him a lot. He only told me one story about his dad. And his dad died at 62. My dad died at 62. His dad from drinking, him from smoking cigarettes. He was hospitalized from drinking. But his one story about his dad was going to spank him, whip him. And my dad was hiding under a dresser, and his dad caught him and grabbed his leg and was pulling him out. Except his neck was caught on one of the legs, and he was trying to pull him out. My dad's neck was. That's the only story. One story my dad told me about his dad, and that was it. And so I don't know. That's one of the reasons he beat us. He whipped the hell out of us a number of times. Sometimes me and my four brothers would be on the bed in one bedroom, and then there'd be bathroom, their bedroom. He'd say, "Who's first?" And if nobody went in there, he'd come in and grab one of us and take us in there and whip us, and you'd hear your brother crying and screaming, and then it would happen to the other one, and you, and traumatic. Daddy's got to realize if what the kid does is this, you need to discipline him this or talk to him about this. If your discipline, if you want to call it that, is this big, there, I have no idea what I ever did wrong. Maybe throw rocks, something about throwing rocks. But all I remember is the whippings. I don't remember anything about what we did wrong. The whippings were so intense. And I had nightmares off and on, probably until my 30s, of my dad chasing me through the backyard with a belt. I haven't had those in decades, but had those for a couple of decades. And sad, he's my hero, but not as a father, as a man, not as a father. A lot of men in the world today are angry and seemingly incapable of compassion and understanding others, and just bullies. I mean, that's what Trump is, a bully and a braggart. Two of the worst things you can be, bullying other people, bragging about how great you are. Only I can do this. Only I can do that. Only I can lead us. I'm smarter than all these other guys. He's just so vain. I'm surprised so many people. I guess a lot of people want a leader where they don't have to do anything. They just have to shake their head and go, "Oh, I love this guy. I don't have to do anything. It's all up to him." But that's not democracy, or that's a really sick democracy, where the citizens don't participate in understanding things and deciding things. It's more like a dictatorship. And he likes other dictators, and that seems to be fine, whether it's in Russia or Hungary or North Korea. I think he was in Saudi Arabia, where he gets off the plane and said, "Man, y'all don't have any protests. That's so nice, nobody's protesting." And yeah, if you protest in Saudi Arabia, you'll go to jail. So there's no freedoms. And I think that's what he would like, no freedoms there except for him. All these people that are against freedom, well, they want their freedom, but they don't want you to have your freedom. And that's a wicked road, a deadly, wicked road. Now, the founding fathers, people like to talk to them about them a lot. they were for tolerance. They knew about our diversity and the different religions and different denominations and the hate between some of them. And they were trying to make a constitution and a nation of laws and framework, to help create a great society. And toleration of each other was important, and not intolerant, and making laws against certain religions or certain, the anti-abortion new law, Dobbs decision. A lot of that is it's religion, and so women that don't feel the same way cannot terminate their pregnancy even in the first trimester because of religion. And Alito, who seems to be the most outspoken, is a Catholic, pretty proud Catholic. No contraception and no abortion. I mean, he's even flying the flag for Trump after this election. Trump saying, Trump knows certain tactics, like to say a lie over and over and over. The election was stolen, stolen, stolen. It wasn't stolen, but he just keeps saying that. And now he's got a lot of power, and so even some of the good Republicans are shaking their head, going, "Yeah, it was stolen," or at least they're not going to say anything else, even though 60 lawsuits trying to fight against, saying this election wasn't right. It was corrupted. 60 lawsuits. Our court system said, no, you have no proof. That was made up. This was a safe election. And Trump actually lost by, was it 4 million votes? 5 million? The only reason it was somewhat close was the Electoral College. It had nothing to do with majority rule. We have to get rid of the Electoral College because majority rule, this guy would have no chance. But tactically, what they call the swing states. So if you lose by one vote, you get all the electoral votes. That's what kind of craziness is that? Undemocratic craziness. Basically, to support the small states during the Constitutional Convention. I'm reading about that. And two of the biggest issues were slavery and small states, because in the Articles of Confederation, everybody got one vote. Rhode Island, which never even showed up at the Constitutional Convention, or Connecticut, but also a big state like Pennsylvania or New York. And so they fought, and so that's why the Senate has 2 senators for every state, which is, even if California is 20 times bigger than Rhode Island, they have the same number of senators, and that bleeds into the Electoral College. And it's because we're lazy about democracy. We don't particularly believe in democracy. We believe in trying to do best by ourselves and having a better life and making more money. But as a community, we're not that devoted to creating a better community. And that's a real sin. That's a true sin. Sad and troubling and destructive to the country I love and the world I love and the people I love.